Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Prepare yourselves because today we're diving into a filing that might make you think, is this company reaching for the stars or just spinning its wheels? Let's see what Sidus Space Incorporated has been up to. So Sidus Space Incorporated, a company that sounds like it is all about rockets and the final frontier, has just dropped a report. We're going to cut through the corporate jargon and figure out what is really going on behind the scenes, especially when it comes to their money matters. Before we dive in, if you like getting clear, no nonsense insights from company reports, make sure you subscribe, and for more real-time takes and discussions, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. This report is a current report, meaning something significant happened recently. Think of it like a company's bulletin board announcing important news. The main event we're looking at happened around the 14th of November, 2025. This is our featured company, Sidus Space Incorporated. They are incorporated in Delaware, and this is their official file number and IRS number. Pretty standard stuff for any registered company. If you were to call them directly, this is the number. Now this is interesting. Sidus Space Incorporated's class of common stock trades on the Nasdaq Capital Market under the ticker symbol Sidus. So for all you stock market watchers out there, this is the company's publicly traded share. They've checked the box saying they are an emerging growth company. This means they are a relatively new business still navigating the world of public reporting and may have some flexibility with certain regulations. It is like they're still in their startup phase, even though they're publicly traded. This is where things usually get juicy. This section talks about how the company is doing financially and operationally. On the 14th of November 2025, Sidus Space Incorporated put out a press release. This wasn't just any update, it included their financial results for the third quarter, which ended on the 30th of September of that year. So we're going to get a snapshot of how they were performing in July, August, and September of 2025. They've included this press release as an exhibit, which is basically an appendix to this report. We won't go through the entire press release here, but we'll focus on the key takeaways. This section simply lists all the documents attached to this report. Here it is, again, confirming that the press release is attached as Exhibit 99.1. And there is also a digital data file which helps computers read and understand the financial information faster. It is like a digital sticker for the document. And at the end, we see the sign-off from the Chief Executive Officer, Carol Craig, dated the 14th of November, 2025. This shows the report has been officially reviewed and approved by the top leadership. Now, let's talk about what this press release Exhibit 99.1 is all about. Because this is where the real story of Sidus Space Incorporated for the third quarter of 2025 unfolds. While this filing itself doesn't contain the detailed financial tables, it points us to the press release which does. Unfortunately, the text provided doesn't include the actual financial numbers from the press release. However, what these reports and accompanying press releases typically do is highlight key financial performance indicators. For a company like Sidus Space, we'd normally be looking for revenue growth, earnings per S-hair, profit margins, and how these compare to their previous performance and market expectations. If we had the actual financial data from the press release, we'd be scrutinizing something like revenue. Is it growing? If it is growing, is it at a healthy pace, faster than their competitors? For instance, a 10% revenue increase might sound good, but if the industry average is 20%, then Sidus might be lagging. If revenue is decreasing, we'd want to know why. Are they losing customers, facing tough competition, or are there broader economic factors at play? We'd also be very interested in their profit. Companies can increase revenue but still lose money, so did their net income, the actual profit after all expenses, go up or down? A growing profit while revenue is steady or slightly growing is often a sign of good operational efficiency. Another critical area would be their cash flow. Do they have enough cash coming in to cover their operations, pay their debts, and invest in future growth? If a company is burning through cash faster than it is bringing it in, that is a red flag given Sidus Space's name. Their focus is likely on space-related technologies or services. So we'd want to see how their financial performance aligns with any ambitious projects or market trends in the space industry. For example, if they announced a major contract win in their press release, we'd expect to see that reflected in their future revenue, perhaps with a delay. The fact that they are an emerging growth company suggests they might be investing heavily in research and development or expanding their operations, which can sometimes lead to lower profits in the short term but promise higher returns later. It is a balancing act. We'd be looking for signs that this investment is paying off or if it is draining their resources without a clear path to profitability. Looking past the numbers, the company's strategy is key. Are they trying to be a niche player in a specific area of space technology, or are they aiming for broad market capture? Their financial results should provide clues about the success of these strategies. If they are focused on a high growth area of space, we would expect their financials to reflect that potential, even if they are not yet highly profitable. In conclusion, this Form 8K, by pointing us to the press release, acts as a signal that Sidus Incorporated has shared important financial updates, without the direct financial figures in this document. It is like looking at a movie trailer without seeing the movie. We know there was an update on the 14th of November, 2025, covering the third quarter of 2025 for a company that identifies as an emerging growth firm. The real analysis hinges on the details within that press release. If those details showed strong revenue growth and improving profitability, it would signal a company confidently executing its strategy in the exciting space sector. Conversely, if the numbers were weak or showed declining performance, it would raise concerns about their ability to navigate the highly competitive and capital-intensive aerospace industry, the direction of travel for Sidus Space Incorporated, and whether they are truly reaching for the stars or facing turbulence depends entirely on the substance of those financial results that were announced. Alright, that is our breakdown of this Sidus Space Incorporated filing. What is your take on what this points to for the company's future? Do you think an emerging growth company in the space sector is a good bet right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description for more insights. Thanks for watching, see you next time.